You've probably heard people say, "You can't make a woman chase you. She either likes you or she doesn't." But that's one of the biggest lies most men still believe. Because the truth is, attraction isn't just about looks or status. It's about how you make her feel. And when you understand the psychology behind it, you can make almost any woman start pursuing you, even the ones who didn't notice you before. In this video, we're breaking down exactly how to do that. How to flip the dynamic so you're no longer the one chasing, calling, or overthinking every text. Instead, she's the one wondering about you. This isn't about manipulation or pretending to be someone you're not. It's about understanding what triggers a woman's desire to earn your attention. Most men think women are attracted to the guy who does the most, the one who texts first, plans everything, compliments her non-stop. But that's exactly why they lose power. Women don't chase effort. They chase emotion. They chase curiosity, challenge, and confidence. And if you know how to project those qualities naturally, you become the prize she wants to win. We're going to break it all down step by step. You'll learn how to change the way women see you, not by trying harder, but by shifting your energy and your mindset. Because when you act from a place of strength, women can feel it instantly. By the end of this video, you'll understand how to create that spark that makes her invest first. How to make her question why she didn't see your value sooner. So, if you've ever felt ignored or overlooked, this one's for you. Sit tight, because once you understand what truly makes a woman chase, you'll never look at attraction the same way again. 1. Understand the psychology of female. Understand the psychology of female pursuit. Before you can make a woman chase you, you have to understand what actually makes her want to. Most men think attraction is purely about looks, money, or status. But in reality, it's emotional. A woman's attraction is built on how she feels around you, not just what she sees. And here's the part most guys miss. Women don't chase certainty. They chase emotion, curiosity, and validation. Think about it. When something is easy to get, it loses its excitement. The same thing happens with people. If a woman knows exactly how you feel, if she knows you'll answer her text instantly, compliment her every move, and do anything to please her, there's no mystery left. She doesn't have to earn your attention. And when she doesn't have to earn it, she doesn't value it. Women are naturally drawn to men who make them feel something. That could be curiosity, challenge, excitement, or even a little confusion. It's that emotional roller coaster that keeps her mind spinning about you. It's not manipulation. It's human psychology. Her interest grows when she can't fully figure you out. She starts wondering, why isn't he chasing me like other guys? Or, what makes him so calm and confident? That's when the chase begins. What most men do wrong is they try to convince a woman to like them. They talk too much, over-explain themselves, or show too much interest too soon. But the men women chase are the ones who do the opposite. They let their silence, their confidence, and their standards create curiosity. These men know that attraction isn't something you force. It's something you trigger. You trigger it by not reacting too quickly, by keeping your cool when she tests you, and by making her feel that your attention has value. Because once a woman realizes your presence isn't guaranteed, she starts craving it. That's the moment her instincts kick in. She starts wanting your approval, wondering if she's doing enough, and putting in effort to get your attention. When you understand this psychology, everything changes. You stop chasing and start leading. You stop trying to be liked and start being respected. That's when women stop seeing you as just another option and start seeing you as a mystery they want to solve. And that's the real secret to making a woman chase you. not by doing more, but by being more. The power of detachment. Stop seeking her approval. 2. The power of detachment. Stop seeking her approval. If you've ever watched a great athlete in his element, you've seen the power of detachment in action. Think about Kobe Bryant at the free throw line or Cristiano Ronaldo before a penalty. They're calm, focused, and completely unfazed by the crowd, the pressure, or the noise. Why? Because they're not focused on approval, they're focused on execution. And that's exactly how a man has to approach women if he wants them to chase him. When a man is attached to a woman's reaction, he starts performing instead of leading. Every word, every move becomes about getting her to like him. He starts texting more, complimenting more, overthinking every little detail, hoping for a specific response. But women can sense that energy instantly. And the moment she feels you need her validation, she stops feeling drawn to you. Detachment doesn't mean being cold or emotionless. It means being centered. It's about knowing your value doesn't rise or fall based on how a woman reacts to you. You can talk to her, laugh with her, flirt, and still walk away if it's not reciprocated. That calm confidence is magnetic. It's the same energy top athletes give off when they're in control of the game. Most men lose the chase the moment they start chasing emotionally. They think showing more interest will make her like them, but it actually makes her feel secure. Too secure. And when a woman feels like she already has you, the mystery fades. But when you stay detached, when your happiness and confidence don't depend on her, you become unpredictable in the best way. She starts to wonder, why isn't he chasing me like the others? That curiosity creates attraction. Think of it like the difference between a rookie and a seasoned pro. The rookie plays for the crowd. He's desperate to impress. The pro plays for the love of the game. He doesn't need applause to perform. That's detachment. You show up as your best self, not to win someone over, but because that's who you are. Women chase the man who doesn't need them to validate him. It's not arrogance, it's emotional independence. It shows her that you're a man with purpose, options, and confidence. The moment she realizes her attention doesn't define your worth, she starts to want your attention. So, if you want her to chase you, stop performing for approval. Be like the pro elite, focused, calm, and unbothered by the crowd. The game changes the second you stop needing to win her over and start letting her earn your time instead. 3. Build mystery and intrigue. Build mystery and intrigue without playing games. Let me ask you something. When was the last time a woman genuinely wondered about you? Not just liked your photo or laughed at your joke, but actually sat there thinking, what is it about this guy? That's the feeling you want to create. Not confusion, not mind games, but genuine curiosity. Because the moment she starts wondering about you, she starts chasing you. Most men do the exact opposite. The second they meet a woman they like, they start giving her the full story. Their background, their goals, their feelings, their plans. It's like reading the last page of a book before you even finish chapter 1. Where's the fun in that? Women love a story that unfolds slowly. They want to discover who you are, not have it all handed to them right away. Here's the difference between mystery and manipulation. Mystery invites curiosity. Manipulation forces attention. When you're mysterious, you're not hiding who you are. You're simply not rushing to be understood. You speak less about what you do and show more through your actions. You don't announce your next move. You just make it. You keep your energy grounded, your words measured, and your vibe unpredictable in a calm, confident way. When you interact with a woman, try this. Instead of oversharing, flip the focus. Ask her meaningful questions. Listen. Let her fill the silence. Women are not used to that kind of presence. They're used to men who are trying too hard to impress them. But when you're centered, when you don't rush to fill every gap with words, it creates tension, the good kind. It makes her lean in, curious about what's going on in your head. Think of it like this. Imagine a movie where you can predict every scene. You'd get bored halfway through, but the best films keep you guessing. They make you want to see what happens next. That's what mystery does in attraction. It keeps her emotionally invested because she doesn't fully have you figured out. When you live with purpose, when you have a life outside of women, when you let your silence carry weight, that's when you become interesting. You're not trying to be mysterious. You just are. She starts noticing the things you don't say, the way you handle yourself, the calm in your energy. And before she realizes it, she's the one chasing clarity. She's the one trying to decode you. That's the kind of intrigue that lasts. Not by pretending, not by disappearing, but by being a man who doesn't need to explain himself to be understood. Let her curiosity do the chasing, and you'll never have to. 4. Master the art of presence, and master the art of presence and energy. You've probably heard the phrase, confidence is attractive, but most men don't actually understand what that means. Confidence isn't about being loud, showing off, or trying to prove you're the alpha in the room. Real confidence is silent. It's in your posture, your tone, your breathing, and most importantly, your energy. When you walk into a room, people feel your energy before you even speak. The same thing happens when you talk to a woman. Before she registers your words, she senses your vibe. Is he nervous or grounded? Is he desperate or composed? You don't need to say a word. Your energy answers for you. Presence is what separates a man who seeks attention from a man who commands it. Presence means being fully there, not in your head, not thinking about what to say next, not checking her reactions every second. It's when your focus is steady, your body relaxed, your voice controlled. That stillness communicates more power than any line or compliment ever could. Here's what most men get wrong. They try to impress women with effort, but they forget that tension, calmness, and control create far deeper attraction. When you're fully present, your energy tells her, I'm not trying to win you. I'm simply enjoying the moment. That kind of attitude makes a woman feel safe, yet curious. She senses that you're not moved easily, and that makes her want to know more about you. Your energy is like your personal frequency. If it's scattered, insecure, or needy, she'll pick up on it instantly. But when it's calm, confident, and composed, she starts to relax around you. And that's when her guard drops. The most magnetic men aren't the ones who chase or talk the most. They are the ones who stay still and let their energy do the work. Developing this kind of presence takes awareness. It starts with how you carry yourself. Standing tall, maintaining eye contact, slowing down your movements. It's also about controlling your emotional state. When something doesn't go your way, you don't react. You respond. You take a breath, stay composed, and let your calmness speak for itself. Women are incredibly intuitive. They can sense when a man's energy is centered versus when it's chaotic. When you learn to regulate your emotions, your presence becomes magnetic. She starts associating you with stability, power, and mystery, the very things that make her want to chase. Remember, words can attract attention, but energy creates connection. When you master your presence, you don't have to chase validation. It comes to you naturally because the man who's in control of his energy doesn't need to prove he's powerful. Everyone around him just feels it. 5. Set boundaries that demand respect. Let's be real. Every man says he wants respect from women, but few actually do what earns it. And it's not about being dominant or controlling. It's about having boundaries. Boundaries tell a woman who you are, what you accept, and how you expect to be treated. Without them, you become easy to overlook. With them, you become unforgettable. Here's the thing. Women naturally test men, not because they're mean or manipulative, but because they want to feel a man's strength. They want to know if you actually stand for something or if you'll bend the moment she challenges you. When you have no boundaries, she senses weakness and attraction fades instantly. But when you calmly stand your ground, when you're not afraid to walk away from anything that disrespects your value, that's when she takes notice. Setting boundaries isn't about shouting, "I won't tolerate this," or trying to scare her into compliance. It's quiet confidence. It's saying no without explaining yourself. It's not responding to disrespect with emotion, but with distance. It's showing through your actions that you have standards, not just for women, but for yourself. Imagine you're talking to a woman and she starts playing games, being inconsistent, cancelling plans last minute, or acting cold to test your reaction. Most men panic. They double text, try harder, or ask what went wrong. But the man with boundaries doesn't chase explanations. He simply adjusts his attention. He sends the message without words. My energy isn't free. You either match it or you lose it. That subtle shift makes her realize you're not like everyone else. Women respect men who respect themselves. When she sees that your attention is earned, not given out of desperation, she values it more. And once she values your attention, she starts working to keep it. That's when the dynamic flips. She begins to chase your respect, your approval, and your time. But here's the catch. Boundaries only work when they're consistent. You can't say you value yourself and then ignore red flags. Because she's attractive. You can't preach confidence and still beg for validation. Real boundaries come from self-worth, from knowing you're fine with or without her. That's what gives your no power. The moment you draw a line and stick to it, your energy changes. You become centered, focused, and attractive in a way that words can't fake. Women feel it instantly. They sense that you're not seeking their approval. You're simply allowing them to qualify for your presence. So remember this. Every time you let something slide that goes against your standards, you teach her how to treat you. And every time you stand firm with quiet confidence, you remind her why she should never risk losing you. Boundaries don't push women away. They pull the right ones closer. 6. Reward effort, not interest. Reward effort, not interest. Every man has been there. You meet a woman, she's smiling, laughing at your jokes, giving you attention, and instantly you start rewarding that energy. You text more, plan a date, give compliments, and before you know it, you're doing everything while she's doing almost nothing. Then, when she suddenly loses interest, you're left confused, wondering what changed. The truth, you rewarded interest, not effort. Let's look at a real-life example. Imagine a woman who flirts with you, texts you here and there, but never really commits to meeting up. She gives you just enough attention to keep you engaged. Most men would keep trying, sending another text, offering another date, hoping she'll finally say yes. But all that does is teach her that she doesn't need to do anything to keep your attention. She learns that your energy is guaranteed, and guaranteed attention is boring. Now, imagine the opposite. She flirts. She's friendly, but you don't chase it. You match her energy. No more, no less. When she pulls back, you don't chase. When she invests, you respond slowly. She realizes your attention comes with a condition, her effort. That's when she starts doing more. She texts first. She suggests plans. She puts in work because she wants to earn your focus. Women naturally value what they invest in. It's the same principle that applies to anything in life. Think about when you buy something expensive. You treat it with more care because you earned it. But when something comes too easily, you take it for granted. The same psychology applies to relationships. When a woman feels like she's earning your time, she values it 10 times more. Let's take another scenario. You're on a few dates with a woman and everything's going well. But then she starts getting comfortable, replying slower, making less effort, expecting you to carry all the momentum. Instead of calling her out or chasing, you simply pull back. You don't punish her. You just give less of what she's taking for granted. That silence speaks louder than words. She'll feel the difference. And if she's genuinely interested, she'll adjust. Men who will reward effort, not interest. Create attraction without saying much. You don't need to lecture her or prove your worth. Your actions make it clear that your attention isn't a participation trophy. It's something earned through consistency, respect, and mutual energy. The shift happens when you realize your value isn't measured by how much you give, but by how selectively you give it. A woman chasing your attention is just her responding to the balance you've created. You're not withholding. You're simply showing that your energy is valuable, and only effort keeps it flowing. That's how you stop being the guy she plays with and become the man she works for. 7. Reprogram your mindset. Reprogram your mindset. Become the prize. Everything changes when you stop chasing women and start valuing yourself as the prize. But let's be honest, most men don't actually believe that. They say they know their worth, but their actions tell a different story. They overinvest in women who give them little effort. They tolerate disrespect because they're afraid to lose attention. They think being chosen by a woman is a victory instead of realizing they are the ones who decide who gets access to them. Becoming the prize isn't arrogance, it's awareness. It's understanding that your time, energy, and focus are valuable currencies. Not every woman deserves them. A man who truly knows his worth doesn't chase validation. He filters who he allows into his world. And that shift in mindset is what flips everything in your favor. Think about how high-value people act in any area of life. The best jobs, the best opportunities, the best athletes, they don't beg for attention. They attract it by being exceptional. The same rule applies to relationships. When you carry yourself like a man with purpose, vision, and emotional discipline, women feel it instantly. They sense that you're not chasing, you're choosing. You have to start asking yourself, what do I bring to the table besides attention? Because that's what separates a man who's desired from a man who's used. Your focus should be on building yourself, your mindset, your discipline, your appearance, your peace. The more fulfilled you are without women, the more they crave being part of your world. That's the paradox. When you don't need them, they start needing you. Becoming the prize also means not reacting. When a woman tests your confidence, she cancels plans. You stay calm, she pulls back. You don't chase, she gives attitude. You don't match it, you rise above it. A man who controls his emotions controls the entire dynamic. Because women chase what they can't control. You need to start seeing yourself as the rare one. Not because you're perfect, but because you're disciplined. Because you don't give your attention cheaply. Because you lead with purpose instead of desperation. That's what real power looks like. Quiet, steady, and undeniable. When you operate from this mindset, attraction stops being a game. You don't need to trick women into chasing you. Your energy naturally draws them in. They can sense that your world is complete with or without them. And that's exactly what makes them want to be part of it. So remember this, you are not out here trying to win women over. You are the one being pursued. You are the standard. You are the prize. And once you truly believe that, not just say it, but live it, every woman who enters your life will feel it too. Conclusion. Attraction isn't about chasing, it's about becoming. When you understand how female pursuit works, control your emotions, and set your standards, you stop being one of many and start being the one she can't stop thinking about. The key is never trying to impress her, but inspiring her to impress you. Focus on your energy, your purpose, and your value, and watch how women respond differently. When you live like the prize, you attract women who see you that way. So don't chase approval. Become the man who makes it chase you. That's real power.